400R R33, pretty amazing car. It is amazing. Now there's too much to go into on this car here. Just way too much, not enough time here. Obviously the 400R was a special model made by Nissan, obviously 2.8 liter. And the 400R meaning this has 400 horsepower. But you know, everyone wants the pinnacle, the best car and the parts for their car. So it's just amazing seeing all this stuff here in person. I mean, everything here is customized, made specifically for this car. I mean, everything. We're talking about the front bumper, the wheels, LMGT, looks like 1 or 2s. The arch here for the fenders, Nismo body kit on here. The line on this, even that is specific to this car. You have the Nismo seats here, specific to the 400R. White wheels in the back as well. Carbon wing on the back. Special diffuser, and this one is even more special because this is an N1 version, so no wipers in the back. This obviously was a homologation car, special for racing. Special steering wheel for this car as well. Special dash. We know about the Nismo dash, and also should say 400R on there. We know about the seats, and then bigger brakes on here. But the engine is the special part. Obviously, you can't duplicate or replicate this. They don't make this anymore. You have the special Nismo strut tire specific for this car. Obviously, 2.8 liter. And this part right here is new for this car as well. So this didn't come with the car, but still. Carbon hood. Now, these came with either a carbon or a fiberglass, but you can tell it is for the 400R. So you have this vent right here. And these things are long been discontinued. So to get one of these, you're talking about tens of thousands just for the hood itself. But it's a pretty cool car overall, guys. This is like legendary status car here. Back here at the Meguiar's booth here. And here we are with the R34 Skyline. Now this is what we saw earlier that was covered. They did an unveiling here. As you can see, it looks pretty good. This one's built by Throttle. Really nice, like drags, or it's like a semi-drag tire, pretty big and meaty in the back here. You get a big ball of NOS. Now this one here obviously is the Fast and the Furious GTR, inspired by that. As you can see, the same livery right here, all-wheel drive, really nice body kit, kind of hard to get. And then here you go, the RB26. And the PRP guys from Australia. I'm taking a look at this. I want to make sure this is what I think it is. I think this is one of their, I want to say prototype block and head, because this looks like a, I can't tell. I'll take a look later and see the specs on it. But regardless, there is a bunch of parts here from PRP on here. Pretty a high horsepower car. I want to see what this thing dynos. Obviously, the turbocharger is huge on this. So I want to take a closer look at this. Looks like Ganador style mirrors, so maybe they are nice interior, right-hand drive, paddle shifters. Pretty good paint job. Cool livery, the theme on here, the blue. It's a nice car. The PRP booth here. These guys are the powerhouse of GTRs, especially going down the drag strip. Now, some of these guys are here for the GTR Fest this year in Texas, but they did bring the car here. And I'm pretty excited to see some of their cars, some of their products on here. It is amazing. So take a look at this. Now, these guys, the Australians, they know a thing or two about going down the strip in a GTR. Look at these tires. These things are huge, guys. Big exhaust. Big slicks in the back, and they're using the R32, guys. Now these guys here, obviously the RB26, these guys have tested these things over a period of years. 26, 28, 30, 32s. These engines are just bigger now. They're making their own products. We're talking about their own block, their own head, obviously timing equipment. So these guys are the people to talk to if you want some really good gear for your GTR. All right, guys, we're here at the Wagner Tuning booth here, and they have a pretty nice little Golf here. This thing looks really amazing. The wide body kit on here is pretty impressive. It's all integrated and molded into the fender right here. It's really an impressive car with a lot of details on here. Now, they've obviously added the red stripe on here, which we see on modern Volkswagen products on here. Look at the seats. Really nice, and a lot of gold theme on here. You see it also here in the back, which is one of the bigger things as well. You have a big old motor in the back here, a modern TSI engine here. I'll take a look if I can see the specs on it. We'll go around here and get a closer look at the car. I didn't notice on the other side, but this side is a twin turbo setup here, and this little face right here, the mask, is the inlet for the turbocharger. That's pretty cool. But then you go around here, nice spoiler. Here's the exhaust on the roof for the actual twin turbo, the louvers in the back, and as you can see, all the pipe work here for that car on the inside is pretty impressive. Really nice livery. And if you look pretty close, you can see it's all Civics of all generations. Pretty cool. Sparkle seats. I like that steering wheel, very, very small, compact. This livery is pretty cool. Gen 4 Supra, and I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of Supras in the past. I've never seen one with a turbo this large before. That's super huge. Now they have some pretty cool aero on here, pretty Japanese brand, Varis. But the aero on this thing is pretty cool, almost like an RX-7 setup here with the freaking intercooler here. Air comes here, goes to that, and exits through the actual hood here. You can see right here in carbon fiber. Besides that, the wide body on the kit here in the car. Carbon fiber on the sides here, the sills, big old wheels and brakes. Right-hand drive, obviously. And there's the interior, traditional Supra. So here's a Mercedes-Benz SLR. This one here is custom done with this nice orange, kind of goldish color. Really nice. Now this is a very rare and expensive car to begin with, so to modify this thing is pretty impressive. Now you can see there's a lot of carbon fiber on here. Obviously, it's a carbon fiber hood. This is a trend that we've seen here as of recent in the past couple of years, where you have a carbon fiber bonnet or roof or hood or whatever panel, and then they paint it so that you can still see the carbon fiber weave in here. Now look at the seats. Really nice interior. Even the roof looks amazing. And you can see every detail on here. Very wide car. Here we are, a Grand National. Now, I'm a big fan of these cars, like always been. And every year they keep bringing these out. And there's way too much detail on this car. But it's a twin turbocharged engine here, really clean. Nice little intake here. Look at the headlights. The grills on here. This dam that's matte, and then the wheels, obviously. This is crazy. Now, everything here is flawless. Black, obviously these cars come in black. You have the louvers on the side, which matches the engine compartment. Interior is amazing. So it's a Restomat, obviously. Look at the interior, guys. Then you have this nice black spoiler right here, very subtle like the other car we saw earlier. Now that's pretty cool. I love that. It's so straight. Obviously a new glass, custom glass. Looks like new speakers in there as well, like just specialized for this. The wheels have a nice little gold lip on it. Now I can't tell. I'm sure there's some lug nuts in the back, but it looks like a central lug. That's interesting. And obviously the big screen in there. This is a really badass car. Yeah, of all the cars here at the show here, guys, if I could get one, it would be this one right here. This is a Ken Diggett design here. We saw them with the unveiling. And I've seen similar cars like this last year at the SEMA. It might be the same car, actually. They do a lot of like Gen 1 Corvettes, C1 Corvettes. I've seen some red ones, some black ones. This one looks a little bit different because we have 2, 4, 6. That's a V12 in there. So I gotta see what's in there. We'll go to the other side and take a look, and you can see some of their specs and stats here. There you go. Crank Motorsports booth, and there is a pretty nice R33 here. Really, really clean, guys. So midnight purple, LMGT4 wheels. I'll take a look at the engine here very shortly. But this thing here is super clean. Now, I am a fan of the R33s. I actually own one. Looks like we have some R34 seats in there. Standard wheels, nice shifter in there. The paint is flawless, guys. You have this stripe in here, kind of like a 400R inspired stripe on the side here. And there's also a black stripe, so it's kind of hard to see the black stripe on here. But really nice. Looks like a V-Spec 2. Delivery on the hood is pretty nice as well. You also have the Garage Active SS cooling plate as well in the purple color. Now this engine here, I don't know much about. There's not much specs on here. Looks like an RB26, could be a 28. And then you have the carbon exhaust or pipes here for the turbocharger. Even the wing on the back, it's hard to see, is also in that carbon fiber purple. Now they have some engines in here, RB26. Looks like a billet block on here. All right, so here it is, built by GTR with the nice little light blue right here. So this one here has a blue theme on it. The same wheels, built by Legends right here. And the mirror, still blue as well. I like these R34 seats in here. At the back, the same thing with the blue carbon here, as well as the wing, the risers. And then you have the, looks like some Mines exhaust right here. The diffuser on here, built by Legends on the back. Very clean. Bayside blue GTR. Nice wheels again. It's really cool seeing these cars here in person. Put in the long hours, really just put your heart. But yeah, it's a nice car. It's just hard to film with all this music going on. Another 400R GTR R33. We saw one earlier today. This was a white one. Here is a silver one. This one here is pretty cool. I think this one here is on bags actually. There's a lot of time and money on this one. This one here was obviously done by Garage S0 in Connecticut. It's like carbon covers for the taillights. LMGT. Nice interior. These are all authentic interiors here. Besides that, here's your RB28. Actually, this is the, I don't know if they changed the engine to preserve it, so this may not be the actual original engine, but you have the original strut bar in here. A lot of changes here, even the carbon on the inside. It has 400R on the headlights, the actual projectors. So this is specific to the 400R, the actual bumper. Same as the other white one, same. The actual fender flares, side skirts, even the cigarette lighter plug on there. You also have the upgraded brakes. Now these are endless brakes specific to this car. This is a one-of-one brakes on this car. So he was able to get that on there, 400R, and you're not gonna see another 400R with those brakes on there. Here you go. Take a look at this 240 here with individual throttle bodies. This thing looks really cool in this color here. Black and white with some accent color looks pretty good. You have this big old, I won't say a duck lip spoiler. Nice exhaust on here, wide body. I'm really curious to see the setup in the engine bay here, cowling here as well. Wheels and tire package looks pretty good as well, but it looks killer. All right, take a look at this Z car right here. Looks like all carbon. Wild. I can't tell what motor that is. What the hell? But it does have ITVs in there. This is a sick car. Yeah, carbon. Holy crap. Jeez. Very impressive. Dang.